Today I'm going to show you around the Kutvek Graphic kit that I have bought for my Yamaha MT-10. Now this is the first generation MT-10, but Kutvek do loads of different graphics kits, so I suspect it won't be long before they do one for the Gen 2 as well. Now they have a load of different options on their website, so picking one was a little bit difficult, so I went for one that was almost completely blue and black to match my stock bike. Now I'm a big fan of graphics kits, and I put one on my last bike, a Super Duke GT, and I'll link a card in the top corner of the screen if you want to check that out. One of the things I love most about this kit is that it is a gloss finish, whereas some of the panels on the standard bike are matte grey and matte black, and I just never quite like the look of them. For whatever reason, gloss just looks much more premium to me, and I think this kit really suits the bike and makes it look a little bit more special and unique, while still staying sympathetic to the original design. Now in terms of fitting, I did think about doing it myself, and I started by placing all of the stickers in the right place and holding them on with masking tape. Then I played around with them for a little bit to see how easy they would be to line up. But frankly, it looked like the sort of thing that would take more concentration than I have, and I decided that if there were any parts that don't quite line up, a professional is much more likely to be able to get it right than I am. So I emailed half a dozen car wrapping shops in my local area, and the cheapest quote came back at 100 quid, which I thought was a bit of a steal. Now the graphics kit itself cost 180 quid, although from memory I think I had to pay import tax because this was shipped over from Europe, and of course we are now post-Brexit. So I think it worked out at a little more than £200 when factoring in the taxes. However, I also decided to replace all of the grey panels on the bike with gloss black carbon fibre. When I first lined the stickers up, I noticed that the edges didn't completely cover every single body panel, and that on pretty much all of the stickers, it left a few millimetres of the panel underneath showing through, and the grey panels underneath my bike look really daft against this black, blue and white gloss look. And while you could argue it's daft to spend hundreds of pounds on carbon fibre only to cover 95% of it up, I really like the way the carbon shows through around the edge of some of the stickers. And the front fender is only partly covered by stickers, so the rest of the gloss carbon fibre shows through, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Now some graphics kits don't always line up that well, so what about the fitment on this one? Well, generally it's excellent, and you would have to look really close up to see anything that doesn't quite line up perfectly. And in fact I've had this about 6 months now, and I never notice any panels that don't quite look right. However, it isn't perfect, and there are a couple of areas that are worth mentioning. The stickers that go on the windscreen at the front have MT-10 written on it, and no matter what you do, you can't get them to line up. So the MT sits at a slight angle, and the 10 sits at a different angle, which does look a little bit daft. Now to be honest, when I got it back, I did think that would bother me, but as I say, I don't actually ever notice it, and while of course I'd rather it line up perfectly, I'm happy that that is as bad as it gets on the entire bike. And the only other area where it's not perfect are a couple of panels at the back that didn't quite sit flush. And you can see there's a tiny little gap where it doesn't stick to the bike. Now I think that's because of the design of the stickers, but it could very easily be because the guy who fitted it didn't quite do a proper job. And when I first saw that, I did think it was likely to come off at some point, given that I'll be washing the bike and getting soapy water all in those little gaps where the stickers don't touch the bike. But here I am 6 months on, and it's got no worse, and even if it does come off long term, it looks like the sort of thing that would be quite easy to stick back on. Now some of these kits come with an included tank pad, but this one didn't, so the area immediately in front of you that's most likely to get scratched by your zip wasn't covered. I did look at the official Yamaha tank pad, but I actually thought it looked a bit naff, so I managed to find a decent looking one that suited the rest of the graphics kit on eBay for just under 20 quid. Now as I've said, there are loads of other choices on the Kutvek Graphic Kit website. For my money, the best of the rest is the anniversary yellow colour, and I would have gone for that one but for the fact that I have blue wheels, and I think that yellow anniversary colour only suits a bike with black wheels. But either way, I have absolutely no regrets with this. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, it really stands out, and I get complimented on it all the time. If you've got any questions, then let me know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and until next time, ride safe.